Hello and welcome to this video. My name is Helmut Siegel. I am a senior Java full stack developer, and in this video I'm gonna show you why it is important to use immutable keys in HashMap. First of all, let's see how HashMap works. HashMap has buckets. The buckets actually is an array of nodes, and those nodes are actually head nodes of a linked list. Each bucket is a linked list initially, but in Java 8 or later, that linked list gets converted into a tree when there are more than 8 elements in the linked list. The initial count of the buckets is 16, which can also increase by adding more elements. When you put a value into a hash map, it takes the hash code of the key you are adding, modulates the hash code with the count of the buckets, and that defines the bucket in which the entry will be stored. When looking up an element in the hash map, the same thing happens as by inserting. Firstly taking the hash code of the key, modulating with the bucket size, finding the bucket, and then searching for the given key in the bucket. By searching the element in the hash map, it uses the equals method for the key. Now let's switch to IDE and see some code. First of all, we have a car class that has a name and a max speed, a constructor to initialize those values, and then we have a generated toString. We also have a mutable string class which has an internal string. We have a constructor for that to initialize. We have getter and setter. We have a hashcode method that simply just delegates the hashcode to the internal string. We have a generated equals and a toString method. In the main class, we define two strings, one for the Volkswagen Golf 5 and the other for the Audi A4. And we also define the mutable versions of that strings. Then we create two car instances, one for the Volkswagen Golf 5 and the other for the Audi A4. Then we create a hash map where firstly we will use string as key. We put the Volkswagen Golf 5 and the Audi A4 in the hash map, and then we just print out the map to see what the map contains. Then we try to get the Volkswagen Golf 5 from the map. Then we will remove the Volkswagen Golf 5, and then we will print out the map again to see what does it contain. Now let's run the code and see the output. First of all, we see that the map contains the two cars. Then by retrieving the Volkswagen Golf 5, we get the Volkswagen Golf 5, the car instance. Then we remove the Volkswagen Golf 5 from the map, and we see that the map only contains the Audi A4. Now let's move on and do exactly the same thing, but now we will use the mutable string as key. We again just print out the map, then we try to retrieve the Volkswagen Golf 5 from the map, then we remove the Volkswagen Golf 5 and we will print out the map again to see how does it looks like after we removed the Volkswagen Golf 5. After running the code, the output looks exactly the same as before. Firstly, we have the two cars in the hash map, then we could retrieve the Volkswagen Golf 5, then we removed and we see that the map only contains the Audi A4. And now let's move on and break the hash map. First of all, we simply just print out the map, then we change the internal value of the key, which is a mutable string for the Volkswagen Golf 5. Then we will print out again the map to see how it looks like, and then we try to retrieve the Volkswagen Golf 5. Now let's run the code and see the output. So first of all, we see the map that contains the two cars. then we see that the key of the Volkswagen Golf 5 changed because we changed the internal value of that key. And when we try to retrieve the Volkswagen Golf 5 from the map, it returns null, although the map contains that entry. And that happens because by looking up an element in the hash map, it uses the hash code. And because here the value, the internal value of the key changed, the hash code also changed, and that is why it does not find in that bucket in which it was inserted initially. So yeah, that's how you can break the hash map. Thanks for watching and have a nice day.